and all other members of the Federal Executive Councils here present, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, all the senators, members of the National Assembly here present, all our National Working Committee members, the Director General, Presidential Campaign Council, ably represented, all our party faithful, the state party chairman of FCT, my brothers and sisters, party faithfuls, all the youth of Nigeria, the greatest youth, of the greatest youth, of the greatest youth. I want to talk. I want to yarn. I want to sorrow. I want to be. I want to baba. You see, on Saturday, by the grace of God, we are going to be. We are going to baba. We are going to win. Your Excellency, I won't talk much. All the country, men and women, our party faithfuls and those from other party, including the man that is contesting in the other political platform of the PDP. On this particular arena, I did mention something the other time, and I asked a simple question. And that same question I'm going to ask today. And we simply have the answer. And once we have the answer, we don't need to panic. All we need to do is to simply go and do the needful on Saturday. And the question goes this way. That there are 2 banks in Nigeria. Only 2 banks. President Muhammadu Buhari Bank and Atiku Bank. And I did ask a question. If you are a banker or you are a businessman, even people from PDP, where will you bank? Buhari Bank or Atiku Bank? Buhari Bank or Atiku Bank? Even the thieves, they know that they will take their money to Buhari Bank. We know that very well. President Muhammadu Buhari, Almighty Allah brought you for us. You are here performing. From the very first day you were born, you've been sacrificing for this country. You sacrificed so much for the unity of this country. You've served the country in the various capacities. And you are still serving this country in this particular capacity. And as God will have it, they thought they could take your life. God said no. God said no because of young ones like us. Because of the Talakawas. Because of the future of this country. Even those, our international community friends and friends, they know. That is why today you are the leader of Africa. The whole African countries has come to you to lead the crusade against corruption. And by the grace of God, when you come back in the second time, even America will invite you to come and fight corruption in their land. Britain will call you to come and fight corruption in their land. European communities will call you to come and fight corruption in their land. You have shown that you are the greatest general on the surface of this earth today. We know exactly what has been happening in security. The rest is history. And I know you are going to do more. You have shown that you are the greatest economist today. You took this country from recession under 1 year. Today, we are making a lot of progress. You have shown that you are the greatest farmer. Today, we have a lot of multi-millionaire farmers. Infrastructures, we are doing it. What else do we need again from you? You have said that you want to sacrifice for us. And we continue to sacrifice. And we are the one that need you. You don't need us. Because of that, Your Excellency, please just get ready. By this time on Sunday, we are already celebrating, inshallah. Nigeria! Nigeria! Dagasama! Dagasama! Dagakasa! Dagakasa! APC! Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. The youth, 4+4. Thank you. Mr. President, the persons with physical disability say a big thank you to you for signing their bill. They're all represented here by Musba Odidi. They're all here to say thank you to you. I'll hand over to our organizing secretary.
APC! APC! Nigeria! Nigeria! Semegaskia! Your Excellency, the President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ministers, Your Excellency, I want on behalf of this party to thank you. You have made this party proud that in spite of all your busy schedule as a sitting president, you have made efforts to be in all our rallies in all the 36 states of the Federation and Abuja today. Your Excellency, we are grateful to you because you have made this party very proud. Our national chairman, the digital chairman of APC, is unavoidably absent. But to speak on his behalf, Your Excellency, I invite the North Central, Alhaji Suleiman Wambai, to come and speak on behalf of the national chairman of our party, Comrade Adam Saliu Oshomole. And also to accompany him is other members of the working committee, the welfare secretary, who is also here, Kabiru Masare, and the #1 woman in our party, the woman leader, Hajia Salamatu Bawai. And as he's coming up, I want to invite all the decampees who are joining our great party today, led by the state chairman of PDP in FCT, YY Suleiman. And Mr. President, let me also make this point very clear. Not too long ago, you signed the Not Too Young to Run bill. And a young man took it upon himself to go through the hog of running for the presidency. But today, he has been met with better wisdom. And he's here today, Your Excellency, to step down for you because you remain his own role model. And his name is Ahmed Buhari, presidential candidate of Sustainable National Party. Along the line, during the course of the chairman's speech, he will, on his own, make his views known to you. Thank you.
APC! APC! Next level! Nigeria! Nigeria! Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Honorable Minister of the FCT, other ministers here present, the state governors that are here, party faithful, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor today, Muhammadu Buhari, you have made history. This is the wrap of your campaign in the North Central, where the North Central is the determining factor in political equation in Nigeria. Today, some of the people thought that Muhammadu Buhari will go around the nation and campaign for APC. At least today, we have despite the quiet. Those people that are saying this, now today they are in hidden. Today,
being the last campaign in the north central of Nigeria, which I say it is the political equation. Again, it is the last but one. By tomorrow we shall be in Katsina, inshallah, to wrap up. So today is the the semi-final of the final batch. And I know the election is between two parties. There are only two parties in Nigeria, the party of integrity and the rest. So people of Nigeria have already decided. You either vote for integrity or you vote for bomb blast or insurgency. You either vote for integrity or you vote for economic sabotage. You either vote for integrity or you vote for insurgency. You either vote for integrity or you vote of those people who are ready to kill us, to send us to our earlier grave. Therefore, mean that the youth of this country, on behalf of our party, the All Progressive Congress, and the generality of our members, we call all the people, come Saturday, we should do the needful and return Muhammadu Buhari to complete the 4 tenures which culminated to 4+4. Nigeria, 4+4. Now, let me have the singular opportunity and honor, a real privilege to present another presidential candidate who has seen the light of the light. Now he has become, in the presence of Mr. President, the youngest presidential candidate is here with us to give us, to come with us, to give us synergy so that we will just ride the horse of victory together.
Greatest Nigeria people! Greatest Nigeria people! Greatest of the greatest of the greatest Nigeria people! My name is Ahmad Buhari. I am the presidential candidate of the Sustainable National Party. Before now, we have contested against President Muhammad Buhari. As the days have drawn closer, we have seen the reality. There are just two political parties, and we cannot take chances. Based on the APC manifesto, based on the policy document that looks more like ours, we have decided to pitch our tent with the All Progressive Congress, the APC, and step down today and support President Muhammad Buhari for the 2019 presidential election. I want to encourage all the youth out there to understand that we're doing this because we want the entire support of the young people for President Muhammad Buhari. And Mr. President, from the youth constituency, we want you to include us in your governance so that we can be all-inclusive regardless of ethnicity, religion, political party, ideological affiliation, social status, and even gender bias, and even age bracket. Thank you very much. APC!
Thank you very much. I think this mic is not particular. I hope you can hear us. Please boost this mic for us. More decampees, PTP youth, 5 million PTP youth, Ambassador Dauda Danladi, member board of trustees, and then we have the PTP here, the state chairman, the vote decamp. Can you raise your hand? Let's see you. All our decampees supporting Mr. President. Just let us see you. You will not be able to speak. Let's just see you raise your hand. Okay, we'll have the chairman, PTP, YY Suleiman. Please greet us very, very briefly on behalf of all of you.
APC! APC! Nigeria! Nigeria! Your Excellency, Mr. President, I've chosen to join you to continue with the good job you are doing for Nigerians, especially in the Federal Capital Territory, to flush out the cantankerous political group that have come to endanger our democracy. Mr. President. Okay, thank you, Mr. President, sir.
Nigeria, Your Excellency, all other protocols duly observed, I have the singular honor to inform you that the PDP Youth Talented Forum that was registered as far back as 2014 with 5 million members across the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT have decided 2 weeks ago to dump PDP and to join APC. Your Excellency, we want to assure you that you have 5 million votes in your pocket as of today. We look forward to celebrating the victory of APC. Dagasama! Dagasama! MashaAllah.
Thank you very much to all our decampees. Inshallah, victory is certain. It's now time to call on, can we decongest the stage, please? It's now time, no. It's now time to present flags to the, but we need to decongest the stage, please. Where are the... Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to receive the president. But before then, please kindly decongest the stage. Presidential candidate, has also joined APC and is supporting President Buhari. Honorable Prince Adesoji Adeleke, Vice President, Action People's Alliance, is also supporting Mr. President. Senatorial candidates, where are you? FCT senatorial candidates. We are waiting for the candidates to come on stage. Get your flag, and then we listen to Mr. President.
All other protocol duly observed. On behalf of the All Progressive Congress, APC, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, I would like to present this plaque to our senatorial plaque bearer in Abuja, who is currently a serving House of Rep member. He has a political dexterity and sagacity to carry this plaque to the greater high. I hereby present.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
APC! Dagasama! Dagasama!
much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to respectfully invite Mr. Integrity himself, our president, till 2023, inshallah, to now address us. Nigeria! APC! APC welcomes you, sir.
APC.
Next level.
APC.
Next level.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Kogi State, former governors present here, wives of governors, members of the National Assembly, Minister of FCT and other honorable ministers present, senior government officials, party stalwarts, ladies and gentlemen. I am here as the last but one rally or campaign for the presidential ticket. I have already gone to 35 states and Abuja. What remains is my own state that I intend to go there tomorrow, inshallah. Wherever I go, I try to remind those who were able to attend the rallies, which I think most of you have been seeing on the televisions, networks, and in the newspapers. I try to remind everybody where the country was when we came in May 2015, where we are now, and what we have been able to do with the resources available to us. You residents of Abuja know a lot. Our three fundamental
campaign aspirations were security, economy, and fighting corruption. In security, the people of the Northeast and people in Abuja, you know much better. Boko Haram was holding 17 local governments in the Northeast when we came. They are not holding any local government now. But what they are doing is indoctrinating young men and women, wrap them up with explosives, and send them to soft targets, churches, mosques, marketplaces, motor parks, and so on. And then we have the problem of herders and stagnant farmers in Benue State that we have looked after it. We have problem of people who are just looking for trouble and they find sufficient trouble, especially in Zamfara State. Those two are being looked after by the law enforcement agents. On the economy, we are very lucky. But unfortunately, Nigerians have underestimated the luck we had in agriculture in the last 3 years since we came. What the government did was to get fertilizer available at half the price it used to be. And we thank God, we hardly import rice now. More than 90% of rice import has stopped. And the money we realize, we are plowing it back for infrastructure. You know the condition of our roads. You know the condition of the railways. It was virtually killed. And you know there was no power. The previous governments admitted, without anybody asking them then, that they spent 16 billion American dollars for power. You know more than I do. Where is the power? Where is the money?
Stolen.
My point will come when I come talk about bribery and corruption, which is the sad undertaking we made. Those people who said they spent 16 billion American dollars on power, eventually they will account for it.
Oh, yes.
We are under a system now. Those who have been given responsibilities in the 3 tiers of government, the center, the state, and local government, and they abuse it, we will ask the security agencies to investigate them and prosecute them. We have already done so in a number of cases, you know it. They came here and bought properties here in Abuja. They invested outside the country. We are appealing to countries in Europe and America to please help us recover looted government property, which we are putting back to build the infrastructure. I assure you, with the resources available to us, because when we came, the price of crude from over 100 American dollars average, it went down to 37, 38. And then the militants were unleashed on this administration. But we have all now overcome those difficulties. And we have done a lot to start building the infrastructure. The roads, you know it more than I do. The railways, and then power, we are going to get it done. If you give us the next 4 years, I assure you, you will not regret it. APC.
Next level.
APC.
Next level.
APC.
Next level.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Abuja, 4 more years for the president.
Our senators.
We now rise for the national anthem. The The national anthem.
Those I have seen, we are very popular. Who is the next one?
National anthem.
Only one Senate, poor FCT. Thank you very much. Each state has three.
The national anthem.
Hello.
That has been the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, there giving account of his administration within the last 3.5 years and making promises of what he intends to do moving forward to the next level and sending appeals there to the international communities to join Nigeria, help Nigeria recover looted funds stashed abroad. And again, re-emphasizing that his 3 cardinal agenda of fighting corruption, insecurity, and boosting the economy is unshakable. The governing APC is gradually rounding off its presidential campaign, which they started on Friday, 28 December 2018 in Akwa Ibom State. This event here today is holding 3 days exactly to the presidential election. And the presidential campaign train, by the grace of God, according to information made available, will be in Katsina, the president's home state. And coincidentally, that will be tomorrow, 14th February, the day coinciding with Valentine's Day. And it is expected that the people of Katsina State will come out in their numbers to show love to the president. On behalf of the entire production crew of the Nigerian Television Authority that is bringing you live of all the presidential campaigns, I say thank you very much for being there, for always staying tuned on our programs, and we urge you to remain steadfast as we bring you more and more interesting programs. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
welcome. It's nice to have you join us on an abridged version of Nationwide. You just watched the APC presidential campaign mega rally in Abuja. I am Lydia Odije-Ochi. Thank you for your time. President Muhammadu Buhari has joined the other presidential candidates for the forthcoming general elections to renew their pledge for peaceful elections. This was at the second signing of the National Peace Accord on Prevention of Violence and Acceptance of the election results under the auspices of the National Peace Committee. The president said although the elections are significant for the growth of the nation's democracy, they are important only to the extent that they make Nigeria peaceful and stronger. Ahmed Ondas Ahmed has details.
Amidst this musical interlude, the second peace accord by the presidential contenders was signed and sealed as they worked with a peaceful conduct of the presidential polls in the country. To the standard bearers, Nigeria as the end beneficiary requires peaceful polls and smooth transition that will go a long way in stabilizing democracies in the African continent. Consensus from the event is the conviction that the resolutions by all presidential candidates at the accord will be binding for each free polls. This accord is the second in the series of efforts to ensure violent-free election. Ahmed Ondas Ahmed, NT News.
President Muhammadu Buhari says the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable and the federal government will not spare any effort to ensure the elections are credible. The president stated this during a courtesy visit by the Commonwealth Secretary General, Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, at the State House, Abuja. After attending the signing of the peace accord, a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the Secretary General described Nigeria as a treasured member of the Commonwealth family, adding that the signing of the peace accord will lead to a better voter turnout. The statement adds that the Commonwealth Secretary General also lauded the energetic way the President. In continuation of its nationwide campaign, the APC has held its mega rally this afternoon in the FCT. Its supporters expressed high hopes of the president's ability to lead Nigeria to the promised land if re-elected. Still on the polls ahead. It is only a matter of days before Nigerians go to the polls to elect leaders into various political offices, and Good Morning Nigeria is engaging key players to ascertain their state of preparedness for the elections. Serafina Okon reports that Wednesday's edition featured INEC officials and analysts who expressed optimism that the polls will be smooth in spite of setbacks in a few states.
With fire incidents in some INEC offices across the nation, there were fears that the conduct of the elections in those states may be affected. However, speaking on Good Morning Nigeria, officials of INEC reassure that plans are in top gear with a general mop-up, inter-agency interactive sessions, and engagement with security agencies ongoing to ensure credible polls.
And we have told them, no PVC, no voting. The era of, the incident form is gone for good. What we expect you on that day is that just dip the edge of your either thumb or your index finger on the ink and allow it to stand inside that box.
Analysts on the program urged the security agencies to rise up to the occasion and ensure a peaceful environment for both the electorates and electoral officials to perform their responsibilities.
If these cards, if the smart card readers fail in some of the areas that they are being mocked up now, it means we'll run into hitches and some challenges in those areas. But to a very large extent, on the part of the electoral management body, all seems to be well.
We have to, be very, cautious of the spreading of fake news, which may intimidate voters.
And we've concluded all series of trainings. As a matter of fact, as at last week, we had trained all the supervisory presiding officers, the presiding officers, the assistant presiding officers.
In order to ensure that we carry everybody along, we have actually identified amongst these IDP camps some from 26 voting centers.
The polls opened Saturday with the presidential and National Assembly contests across the Federation. Serafina Okon, NT News.
Meanwhile, with just few days to the 2019 general elections, civil society organizations and security agencies are advised to demonstrate zero tolerance to political thuggery and illegal bearing of firearms under any guise during and after the general elections. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Dr. Garba Abari, gave the advice while briefing newsmen on peaceful and violence-free general elections in Abuja. Akim Dairo compiled the report.
It is an established fact that security agencies provide security before, during and after elections. Civil society organizations and other relevant agencies on their part also play a key role in sustaining peace during the elections without regard to political affiliations. This, among other issues, are what informed the press briefing by the National Orientation Agency, calling on stakeholders to put the country first in everything they do.
Let us all work together with INEC, with security agencies, and with neighbors, and with volunteers, so that we ensure a peaceful and thorough electoral process that will protect our country in good light. In the same way, I call on all security agencies to be up and running, professional, civil, respectful, and secure the environment so that citizens can go about performing their civic duties with utmost confidence and sense of protection.
Director General of the agency noted with satisfaction assurances by key stakeholders to keep lives and property safe at all times for the general well-being of the country.
In another development, the Deputy Inspector General of Police North Central Zone, Godwin Nwubudu, has charged relevant stakeholders in the electoral process to ensure peaceful elections. The DIG gave the charge at a stakeholders meeting with police personnel, other security agencies, representatives of political parties and civil society organizations in Minna, Niger State. Suleiman Kodogi reports.
Orders meeting was at the instance of the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, as part of deliberate efforts towards peaceful and successful conduct of the Saturdays and 2nd of next month elections. The DIG Gordon Nwabodo, who is on a working visit to Niger State, urged security operatives to display professionalism in the discharge of their constitutional responsibility to ensure peaceful elections.
As an institution, we will not allow anybody to derail this country. The election must be just election. It cannot be war. We will not allow it to be war.
Commissioner of Police Ibrahim Sabo promised to work hard with other security agencies and stakeholders to ensure a peaceful political outing in the state. The state resident electoral commissioner, Professor Samuel Egu, described the event as timely, adding that his working experience with security operatives and other stakeholders has been cordial. Other stakeholders, especially the representatives of political parties, applauded the Nigerian police force for setting the ball running. In Minna, Suleiman Kodogi, NTA News.
In just a matter of hours, Nigerians will go to the polls to cast their ballots for the presidential and National Assembly candidates. But how informed are the electorate on the voting procedures? Mayor Ugidi takes an assessment.
They may not look rich or live in choice areas in town, but they are the kings in this prestigious time, that is, in the election period. And this piece of technology is the reason behind their prized status.
This is my liberty.
Possessing it is one thing. Utilizing it properly is another kettle of fish. 7 steps are required in the voting process. But how informed are they?
The first step is to go direct to, I think, a few or 3 that can accredit you.
We should be on the queue by 8.
Yes, well, first of all, you go to the polling unit with your permanent voter's card. If there's a queue, you join the queue. First official will check to look at your card and see whether it's actually your card from the card that we use to ascertain that the PVC is actually one issued by INEC. And if it is, We'll ask for your biometrics. Your fingers will put onto the aperture to confirm. So if you're past biometrics, you will now go on to get a ballot paper. Then you go to the cubicle where you will vote in secrecy. Then you come out, you roll it again, flatten it, and you come out and you drop it in the open. Basically, that's just what it is. You just get accredited and you vote at the same time, unlike what we did in 2015.
In moments like this, fake news is having a field day. For instance, my mobile phone was inundated with messages from friends requesting to know whether INEC has directed the use of a particular finger for voting. And this news has already gained currency.
This is the one that is being used, but it has now been changed to this very particular one.
To confirm how true the news was, I had a chat with the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC chairman.
Now we have 73 political parties contesting, and the boxes in the ballot paper are slightly smaller. So whichever finger that the voter is comfortable with, he or she can use. But the important thing is that the mark that you make on the ballot paper, you must ensure that that mark is right in the middle of the box, opposite the logo of the political party of your choice. Ensure that the mark does not stray into the box either above or under the one that you have chosen, so that it will not be rendered invalid.
February 16 is almost here, and more of such fake news is expected. But it is an invitation for more editorial vigilance. Mayor Ogede, NT News.
Still staying with the forthcoming elections, over now to Hingino in Lagos for more stories. Hingino, it's over to you.
Thank you, Lydia, and welcome to Lagos. The All Progressives Congress APC campaign has taken a new dimension as its door-to-door campaign has been extended to various beaches in the Lagos metropolis. Tunde Saiki reports that members of the Buhari We Love campaign movement were at one of the beaches at the Lekki-Aja axis of the metropolis to canvass for votes for the APC in the forthcoming general elections.
Lagos, the commercial nerve of the country, is blessed with several national tourism sites, especially the beaches. These beaches are patronized on a regular basis by several persons from within and outside the state. It is against this background that some members of the All Progressives Congress APC decided to take advantage of this to meet with these beach lovers to share the various achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC.
So many people come to the beach to relax, to enjoy. In that mode of enjoyment, let us tell them that, look, in the next few days, precisely on Saturday, we'll be going out to vote for President Muhammadu Buhari.
Canvass for people to vote for him again come February 16, which is next Saturday, because actually he has delivered in the promises him and his party made 2014 sequel to 2015 elections.
The Buhari We Love campaign movement also promised to go beyond this, as the members hope to meet other Nigerians wherever they are to sell the APC candidates' manifesto to them, thereby making sure that President Muhammadu Buhari gets back into power. In Lagos, Tunde Saiki, NTA News.
About 100 women in Ikorodu Federal Constituency in Lagos are benefiting from the first phase of the federal government Microenterprise Enhancement Loan Empowerment Program. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Matters, Abike Dabri-Erewa, who disclosed this, says the initiative will empower more women in the country. Amaka Owo completes the story.
The National Directorate of Employment Micro Enterprise Enhancement Loan is one of the federal government's empowerment program targeted at fostering economic growth. The program is meant to uplift the standard of living of Nigerians, specifically women. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Matters, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, says about 100 women will be trained in various skills in the first batch.
The idea is that women, with their little businesses, they'll be trained in jobs like cosmetology, and then they will be, given startup funds, which has just been done today. So the Buhari administration believes in empowering everybody.
and it is interest free, and they will pay over some time, for 6 months, to pay back. This will encourage them and boost their earnings.
Some beneficiaries comment.
I want to see them to trust the government. The government is doing well.
The social welfare program will also alleviate the plight of the poor and vulnerable in society. In Lagos, Amaka O, NT News.
That's our contribution from Lagos. It's back to Lydia in Abuja for more reports on Nationwide.
Many thanks, Hingino. The presidential candidate of the Advanced People's Democratic Alliance, Shitu Kabir Mohammed, has enjoined the party members and supporters to vote massively come Saturday, 16 February 2019 for the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari. Timothy Yusuf has details.
The APDA presidential candidate Shitu Kabir Mohammed said his decision was born out of the exemplary track records of President Muhammadu Buhari, whom he explained deserved another term to consolidate on his achievements.
The ideology of Advanced People Democratic Alliance is in proximity with that of President Muhammadu Buhari in his desire to bring about a new and better Nigeria. In this direction, we implore all supporters and members of Advanced People Democratic Alliance to vote massively for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari come Saturday, the 16th of February 2019.
Similarly, the Accord Party has endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari as its presidential candidate for the February 16 presidential poll. The decision is as a result of the party's firm belief that President Muhammadu Buhari has all it takes to take Nigeria to the next level.
We reaffirmed our resolve and determination to remain a dependable and reliable allies to President Muhammadu Buhari's presidential campaign organization and APC for the successful election of President Muhammadu Buhari on the 16th of February 2019.
We are doing this not because we expect anything in return, but because we believe, right, in the efficacy of our elections, and we also believe in the work that the president has done, and therefore we wanted to have a second tenure.
The party called on Nigerians to give another chance to President Buhari for consolidation of the giant strides being recorded by the present administration. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
2019 election preparedness and developmental stories from correspondents across our zones when we return.
The UN compound houses about 400 employees.
The building is not safe.
The Nigerian capital Abuja is still reeling from Monday morning's rush hour bomb.
If the group did carry out the attack, it would be one of its worst.
2 suicide bombings in Nigeria. One targeted a convoy carrying Nigeria's main opposition leader.
Gun attack on the central mosque in North Nigeria's biggest city, Kano.
We are moving forward. We are going higher. Prosperity for everyone.
His Excellency the Governor of Kaduna State, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, CFR, on behalf of himself, government and members of All Progressives Congress, APC, invites the good people of Kaduna State to come out en masse and welcome President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for the APC 2019 presidential campaign, which will be held on Thursday, 14th February 2019 at Muhammadu Dikko Stadium, Katsina by 10 a.m. The entire people of Kaduna State assure you our unflinching support and success to your second-term bid for continuity with the remarkable achievements in economic reconstruction, infrastructural development, fighting corruption and insecurity for a viable Nigeria. With Baba Buhari next level is certain. Chairman, Kaduna State APC 2019 Campaign Council and Secretary to the Government, Mustafa Mohamed Inua, announcer.
I have seen these young Africans prosper, from some who didn't even know what to do with their lives until they got the $5,000 seed capital from Tony Elumelu Foundation, and the mentorship and the training. That gladdens my heart.
I saw this ad about the Tony Elumelu Foundation. I applied. That was the pivotal moment.
Africa Fashion Week London just came after I participated in the Tony Elumelu Foundation entrepreneurship program.
Tony Elumelu, grâce à sa fondation, permet de donner une boussole à tous les entrepreneurs de cette fondation.
Our role is not only to empower young Africans directly, we should be a voice, advocate, catalyst for economic empowerment of Africa.
The future of Africa is in your hands.
Become a Tony Elumelu entrepreneur. Apply now.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers if we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections. What are you saying to those who worship in your church and at your mosque? Yes, every Sunday and every Friday, all of us, Muslims and Christians alike, troop out to our various places of worship to hear God speak through our pastors and imams. As a pastor, as imams, you owe it a duty to God and to this nation towards ensuring peace before, during, and after the general elections. Speak to those who worship under you. Encourage them to exercise their civic responsibility peacefully. Let's join hands to ensure peaceful general elections. This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
We, the Nigerian youth, have resolved to stand with you, Baba, in the next level. We recognize your commitment to create jobs and empower the youth. Your strategic policies in the agri-sector has not only increased gainful employment and boosted production, but also saved the nation billions of dollars in foreign exchange. We are benefiting from your deployment of infrastructure across the country, with Abuja, Kaduna, and Lagos-Abeokuta rail lines completed. Itakpe-Ajaokuta-Warri rail line will soon be completed, while Lagos-Kano rail line is under construction. Additional 1,531 kilometers of roads have been completed and over 1,000 kilometers rehabilitated across the country. The second Niger bridge is on the way through Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund. Hydropower plants in Mambila, Zungeru, and many other power projects are under construction to add value to the improved power generation, transmission, and distribution in the country. Brokering and sustaining peace in the Niger Delta has helped stabilize the economy, thereby increasing investment in the oil and gas sector. We are coming with you to the next level to see the Empower scheme increase to 1.5 million beneficiaries and full implementation of the 10 billion Naira Youth Entrepreneurship Project. Nigerian youth, let's connect to the next level. This message is powered by Dr. Tony Oye, Director, Youth Mobilization, APC Presidential Campaign Council.
Thanks for staying. The Northeast Zonal Coordinator for Youth and Women Presidential Campaign, who is also wife of the Bauchi State Governor, Hajia Hadiza Abdullahi Abubakar, has expressed optimism that the APC-led administration will be re-elected at all levels of government. Hajia Hadiza spoke shortly after a rally to motivate and canvass support from residents of Bauchi. Bulak Afsa completes the story.
For close to 3 hours, Government House Road to Emirs Drive, down to the heart of Bauchi Town, Winty Roundabout, experienced congestion as a result of a mega rally held in favor of President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Abdullahi Abubakar's re-election. Organized by the Office of the Wife of the Governor, Hajia Hadiza Abdullahi Abubakar. Represented by her Senior Special Assistant on Domestic Affairs, she asserts that with the large numbers of women and youth in APC rallies across the country, she is optimistic that the party will win at all levels.
The aim of the rally is to motivate and canvass support for both candidates.
Hajia Borodo calls for support of all Nigerians to make APC's dream become a reality for the second time. In Bauchi, Bulak Afsa, NTA News.
We now go on a special broadcast on Imo Perfect Alliance campaign rally. Enjoy it.
This is the network service of the NTA. We now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
I beg to stand on all other protocols. We are here today, this evening, to celebrate credible, important, mass-oriented candidates of our great party, the All Progressives Congress. Chief among them is the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. We as a people of Imo State, especially from the Imo East Senatorial District, have gathered to tell the world that on Saturday we are willing and ready to vote for President Muhammadu Buhari. We vote for President Buhari because his achievements, his inputs in the Southeast and in Imo State are abound. The good works of His Excellency the President for all to see. We have come here only to reaffirm that come Saturday, the 16th day of February, we will vote for President Muhammadu Buhari. It is already agreed and it shall be done. Also, we have come to showcase once more the candidates of National Assembly who are running on the platform of our party. These men are going to work hand in glove with Mr. President to ensure that further dividends of democracy come to the people of Imo State and the people of Imo East Senatorial District. Our task is very easy, very simple. We urge everyone here and all their members, all your friends and well-wishers to come out on Saturday to vote Mr. President, to vote APC, vote the candidates of our party who are running for Senate and for House of Representatives. We are not also unmindful of the fact that because of the president's popularity, a lot of other political parties have shown commitment to making sure that President Buhari comes re-elected on Saturday. We thank our brother parties, especially the Action Alliance. Action Alliance has shown so much commitment to supporting the aspirations of President Muhammadu Buhari. APC Imo will continue to work with every political party that supports the re-election of President Buhari. We also encourage other political parties that are working with us to encourage their followers to vote for President Buhari. It is a simple exercise. The crowd here has shown that indeed APC is one and APC is in a alliance with other political parties. We thank you all. We continue to encourage you to vote for our party, vote for credibility, vote for our candidates. We have our brothers who, because of the injustice that was meted out to them, left this party, but we know that with us in spirit, but they are in other political parties in flesh. We urge us to also vote for them. In Imo East, we are very secure and we are very safe. We are very confident that the APC candidates will win. So, vote President Buhari, vote our National Assembly candidates. APC.
Buhari na he winner. Buhari na he winner. Every other candidate is also
action perfect alliance for President Muhammadu Buhari. Happening live at the Dan Anyam Stadium, Owerri, Imo State. I am Bright Ibuchu, your commentator. The Perfect Alliance rally is the coming together of the Imo All Progressives Congress, APC, led by Governor Rochas Okorocha and the Action Alliance in the state. The objective of this alliance is to drum up support for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari come Saturday, February 16, 2019.
Across political parties. But before I invite the Deputy Governor Designate of Imo State, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call upon the governorship candidate of the Action Alliance who has shown commitment to the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari in the person of Ugumba Uche Wosu to reaffirm the support of Action Alliance to Mr. President.
Thank you. Let me salute His Excellency, the architect of the new Imo, the Grand Commander of Free Education, the capacity himself, a man full of many things, the father, the leader of all political Zagafe in Southeast. Your Excellency, we want to salute you. By Saturday, you don't need to worry yourself. Your victory has been signed, sealed, and delivered. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor Designate, my own beautiful wife, my own wife, the beauty of Ugumba Uchemosu. Ugumba, have you seen your beautiful baby? Have you seen your tomato baby? All commissioners here present, political appointees, on the notes, Mr. Chairman, the Perfect Alliance Chairman of APC. I'm of the Action Alliance, but I'm here today to support one man, a man that I call Mr. Integrity, a man who is corruption zero, a man when he speaks, corruption runs away, a man when you look at him, you don't have anything that to love him, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari himself. I'm here with the members of Action Alliance in Imo State. By Saturday, we shall 100% support. On Saturday, every Action Alliance member in Imo State, we have so adopted President Muhammadu Buhari as our president. We have adopted him because of the love he has shown. Today in Imo State, we have a cargo airport. The Abal Road is being dualized. And so many things in Imo State. We went to Action Alliance because of the injustice done to us by the leadership of APC. Chairman himself, Adams Oshi Mole.
Zakios Oye Pompo, Oye Pompo Gomo.
Thank you. Thank you. But even with that, nobody can stop what God has started. When God opened the door, no man can close. Our own is a journey of grace. Nobody can stop it. We are in Action Alliance, but remember that our spirit also is with the APC. Because we have so many members of Action
at the same venue. At an earlier rally here at the Stadium, when the Action Alliance flagged off its governorship campaign, the party's governorship candidate, former chief of staff to the Imo State government, Ugumba Uchenwosu, had presented a check of 1 million votes for President Muhammadu Buhari. The Perfect Alliance is a way to say thank you to Mr. President for the massive federal government presence in the state and the southeast region at large. One of such projects is the second Niger Bridge.
We shall give our total support to President Muhammadu Buhari. We also have some of the candidates in APC, because APC, there are some senators, there are some Federal House of Rep members that are in APC. We shall support them. Let me remind APC, Imo State. Let me remind you the proverb that said, remember, we have also candidates that are running for some positions. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for this show of love. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless Imo State. May God bless President Muhammadu Buhari. May God bless our governor. May God bless all members of Action Alliance and all APC. God bless all of us. Thank you very much. Thank
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have just practically witnessed the Perfect Action Alliance. President Muhammadu Buhari's popularity cuts across political parties, cuts across tribes and ethnic groups. In Imo State, we appreciate that President Muhammadu Buhari is a man that we all should follow because of his integrity. We in APC, we are proud of Mr. President. We are also proud of candidates. We have very credible candidates who are making us proud and who will work with President Muhammadu Buhari. Without wasting more time, in all humility, I want to invite to address his people, the founder of Imo APC, the co-founder of APC in Nigeria, the Grand Commander of Free Education in the Sub-Saharan Africa, the father of modern, rebuilt Imo, Your Excellency, our senatorial candidate for Olo and the governor of Imo State, His Excellency Owele Anayo Rochas Okorocha, to address his people. Your Excellency, sir. My people. My people, my people. Elen gobalam hanoye. Lame. Abombi seme. Esri is the monoya. Ayasu monoya. Mbi tolum gwan. Ikedrum monoya. Over the western Kemonia, over the northern Kemonia, my landlord over the municipal on the air. Eba Honusi Yoma did my Yoma Ruanaka. Ngozi Gadron Chuga goes on no funofu. Abraham Eba. Igwon, Ijain, or lie. But basically, we are here for one reason, and one reason only. Why we are here is to inform all of you the urgency of now to vote right before we destroy the psyche of generation of Ndimo yet unborn. To vote right is why we are here. All of you have your PVC, am I right? Let me tell you the PVC. That PVC contains all your powers. Your PVC contains your education, the future of your children, your power, your light, your everything. That is your PVC. And in